Okay, you had a great time at the networking event, party, whatever it was, and you found some key people you want to follow up with and have a meeting conversation. Possibly there's a good connection there. So a couple of things. One is an NLP that's called reframing. So instead of saying I'd like to sit down with you, have a meeting, and when you change, when I say reframe, when you change the frame of a picture from maybe light wood to dark wood, certain colors tend to change or pop out more. And so when you change the label of an experience, the experience seems to be different. And if you want to have a meeting with somebody, what I suggest you do is reframe it. Instead of saying a meeting, replace the word meeting with conversation. Conversation. So in an email or a phone call, you can say, would love to continue our conversation. Or would love to sit down and have coffee with you and have a conversation on how we can work together. So just using the word conversation is more of a engagement. Because if you say, I would love to sit down with you, have a meeting, it sounds very formal, almost like a sales presentation, like you're going to try to sell them something. So use the word conversation. Even in an email, great meeting you at the event. Looking forward to continuing our conversation and sitting down having coffee, how I can help you, how we can help each other. So use it in emails and phone calls, or as you end maybe at the networking event and you're talking to somebody and just say, hey, I'll send you an email. I'd love to continue the conversation that we just had. It's a word of engagement. People have to schedule meetings or are reluctant for a meeting, but conversations are more spontaneous. So that's one reframe that will help you. When you meet with somebody, you want to take control of the meeting. And there's subtle ways of doing that. As I mentioned before earlier, if you have my home study course, some of my other programs, this is going to be a little review. The way you want to do this so that you position yourself as a leader, as a trusted advisor, is simply just giving some instructions early on. And the instructions or directions could be, here, have a seat here. Here, why don't you take my pamphlets as I explain what I do. And if you give 3 instructions in a row, it creates a rhythm in a sense of compliance where they say, okay, what's next? What should I do next? So just take control of the meeting early on. Another thing that you can do that will help increase the conversation or the outcome, even before you have that meeting or conversation with them. And it's okay to say meeting and conversation. We'd love to sit down with you and meet and continue our conversation. So just say meet and then add conversation. It'll kind of create a frame of thought or a priming effect of it's not really a meeting, it's a conversation. And so if you're going to meet with somebody and you want them to hear your sales presentation of what you have to offer, be cautious of just going in there and just presenting, this is what I do and this is what's so great about me. You can set it up by telling them, by the way, when we meet, I'm going to share with you what I do. And it's not a sales presentation. I just want you to hear what I do in case you have any people that can take advantage of that, want to contact me. And so you're reducing the resistance, because if you just go in there and blindly start talking about your product or service, you think, okay, this is the old bait and switch. You said coffee, but now you're talking to me as if I'm not really a person you want to help. You want me to be your client. So set it up first by saying, when we meet, I'll share with you what I do. And I don't want you to give me any money or sign up. I just want your feedback so you know what I do. And maybe you may know somebody, and if they really love and like what you do, they will still ask you, hey, I want some of that. I want you to help me. The thing is, you want to reduce the resistance so that when you do have the conversation with them and explain the benefits and what you do and how you help people and the kind of people you're looking for, that'll create a connection with them where the resistance is low and they're hearing your message, that they feel, okay, the person told me he or she was going to tell me about the product, the company, the service. And so I'm going to listen to it to give them feedback. And the feedback could be important. That will help you. Or the feedback can say, okay, great. If I find someone, I'll send them your way. Or ideally, I want to know more. So that's the power of connecting with people at a networking event and then setting up conversations and just sharing your story. And that's a whole other module on storytelling, or just having conversations with people in that way. So that's the modules in regards to, from mindset, as we talked about, to creating instant rapport, entering a room, icebreakers, handshakes, the name, questions to ask, and then leading them into continuing the conversation if it's appropriate for you. And then from that, growing your business by just connecting with people, not just connecting, but connecting with people. Because as I talked about, everyone has on average a connection of 250 people, some more, some less. So the more people you connect with and make good impressions and have good contacts, the better and the higher the odds are that they're going to give you a referral or ask you for help with what you do. So thank you for listening. Go out and use these techniques. Have great success, and would love to hear some feedback on your success. Thank you. Bye now.